Morning students, I am again here with a new video of this chapter, current electricity. This is video 6. Here we are going to take some numerical problems related to resistances in combination or grouping of resistances. This is a question, numerical question based on grouping of resistances. Students, see what is the question. Calculate the value of resistance R in the circuit shown in the figure so that the current in the circuit is 0.2 ampere. What would be the potential difference between points A and B? So students, you can see this is a cell, 2 volt cell, and this is 6 volt cell. But polarity of the cells, negative terminals of the cells are in the same direction. It's 6 volt and 2 volt. So what is going to be the value of net potential difference applied across the remaining part of the circuit? This is resistance R, whose value is to be determined. This is 10 ohm resistance, 15 ohm resistance, 30 ohm resistance, 5 ohm resistance and 5 ohm resistance. So first of all we have to calculate what is going to be the value of total resistance of this part of the circuit. Here you can see 5 ohm resistance and this 5 ohm resistance. These two resistances are in series combination. So what is going to be the total resistance of this part of the circuit? 5 plus 5 in series combination. As we know, we can get total value of the resistance RS is equal to 5 plus 5, that is 10 ohm. And this 5 ohm resistance and this 5 ohm resistance, this combination of two resistors is in parallel with this 30 ohm resistance, and then again this 15 ohm resistance is in parallel with 30 ohm resistance. It means this part of the circuit, this part of the circuit and this part of the circuit, all three are in parallel with each other. So how you can get value of the resistance between point B and A? So if we use formula for the parallel combination of resistors, resistance between point B and A, 1 by RBA is equal to 1 by 15 plus 1 by 30 plus 1 by 10. 1 by 10 is this combined resistance. So if you take LCM, 1 by RBA, that is equal to 30 is LCM, 2 plus 1 plus 3, that is going to be 6 by 30 or 1 by 5. The value of the resistance RBA means resistance of the circuit up to there is 5 ohm total resistance. Now this 5 ohm resistance of this part of the circuit, this resistance R and this 10 ohm resistance, all these three resistances are in series. So what is going to be the total resistance of this whole circuit? That can be resistance R plus 10 ohm resistance plus 5 ohm resistance. Their series combination R plus 10 plus 5. If we use Ohm's law, current flowing in the circuit 0.2 ampere as given in the question is equal to, what is the potential difference? 2 volt and 6 volt. As they are connected with same polarity, minus and minus in the same direction, the equivalent potential is going to be 6 minus 2, that is 4 volt, divided by total resistance of the circuit 10 plus 5 15, that is R plus 15. So R plus 15 ohm is equal to 4 divided by 0.2. So value of R plus 15 is equal to 20. Then what is value of R? R is going to be 20 minus 15, that is 5 ohm. So value of the resistance R is 5 ohm. And as current flowing in this circuit is 0.2 ampere, then what is going to be the potential difference between point A and B? As we know, the total resistance of this part of the circuit is 5 ohm. So potential difference across A and B, VAB is equal to current multiplied by total resistance of this part of the circuit, 0.2 multiplied by 5. After calculation, it's going to be potential difference across point A and B is equal to 1 volt. This is the second answer of this question. You should see in this question, we have a network of resistors. R resistors are of equal value, that is R. Here we have to find equivalent or effective resistance between point A and B. Student, by symmetry you can see this is a Wheatstone bridge. Resistances are equal, so that ratio of the upper two resistors is equal to ratio of the lower two resistors. So mid section of the network is eliminated as there is going to be no current flow through this resistor. As potential difference between G and D is equal to potential difference between G and C, therefore current flow in the part C to D is 0. Similarly, there is going to be no current flow through this resistor. Now the remaining circuit, if we open by symmetry, you can see these two resistors are in parallel, these two resistors are in parallel, these two resistors are in series, these two resistors are in series. If we redraw the circuit, then G and H, these two resistors are in series, R plus R, their value going to be 2R. Similarly, these two resistors are in parallel, their value is going to be R by 2. If we solve this combination by parallel combination formula, so the total resistance between points A and B, 1 by RAB, by the formula for parallel combination of resistors, you can see these two and these two and these two resistors, they are going to be in parallel. So total resistance of this section of the circuit is 2R. If you solve, total resistance of this part is R by 2. Total resistance of this part is, as being in parallel, again R by 2, but these two sections are in series, so total resistance of this, total middle section of this network, that is going to be R by 2 plus R by 2, that is R ohm. And again these two resistors are in series, so their resistance is going to be 2R. So 2R, R and again 2R. These three resistors are in parallel. So what is going to be the formula? 1 by 2R plus 1 by R plus 1 by 2R. If we take LCM, 1 by RAB, LCM is 2R. So 1 plus 2 plus 1. So value of 1 by RAB is equal to 4 divided by 2R. So value of RAB, effective resistance of the network between point A and B, that is going to be 2R divided by 4, and answer is R by 2 ohm. So this is the final answer for this question. Students, in the next part of the video, we are going to study about electric cell. So what is electric cell? So in the earlier classes or in lower classes, you might have studied what is electric cell. So electric cell is a device which converts chemical energy into electrical energy. By reactions in the chemical used in the cell, that is called electrolyte. Electrolyte is basically taken in the form of aqueous solution. Suppose the elementary cell that is voltaic cell. In voltaic cell, dilute H2SO4 is taken as electrolyte, a dilute solution of H2SO4 sulfuric acid. So as this sulfuric acid is dissolved in water, it dissociates into ions or divides into ions. Hydrogen positive ion H2SO4, if you see this reaction, 2H plus SO4 minus minus. So hydrogen ion has one deficiency of one electron. Sulfate ion has two excess electrons. So when this cell is fabricated, a copper rod is immersed into dilute sulfuric acid solution and a zinc rod. Then what happens? Due to nature of these two electrodes of the cell, hydrogen ion move towards copper plate of the cell. As hydrogen ion has deficiency of one electron, it takes one electron from copper rod and becomes neutral and deposit over its surface. And as soon as copper rod transfer one electron to the hydrogen ion, it becomes positively charged. More and more hydrogen ions, they reach to the copper plate, take electron from it, and the polarity or potential of copper plate increases and it becomes more and more positive. Similarly, when sulfate ion move towards zinc plate, it gives two electrons to the zinc plate, becomes neutral and reacts with the zinc plate or deposit over its surface. So in this way, as soon as this cell is fabricated, these two ions move in two different directions. Positive ion towards copper plate and negative ion towards zinc plate. And these two electrodes of the cell, they acquire, one acquires positive potential and other acquires negative potential. When we connect this cell into the external circuit, suppose this is external resistance, the current starts flowing positive terminal of that cell towards negative terminal, and electrons flow from negative terminal towards positive terminal. In this way, an electric current is established between two electrodes of the cell. Now, how an electric cell is characterized? So, electric cell is characterized by EMF of the cell, its cell terminal potential. Actually, EMF and cell terminal potential both are potential difference between the electrodes of the cell. But EMF is potential difference between the electrodes of the cell when the cell is in an open circuit. But cell terminal potential is potential difference between terminals of the cell when the cell is in a closed circuit or current is being drawn from the cell. And third is internal resistance of the cell. So these three properties characterize an electric cell. Students, see how we can define the characteristic of the cell, that is EMF of the cell. EMF of the cell is defined as potential difference between electrodes of the cell when it is in open circuit. A cell is in the open circuit means no connecting wire is connected between positive and negative terminal of the cell. It means no current is being drawn